Hi, my name's Rob Scott from UC Today, and in this extra special session, I get to put my virtual reality headset on for a personal tour around Spatial's latest collaboration solution. So I met with Aaron Dence, who's the product manager at Spatial. He was kind enough to walk me through the experience. Check it out. Here I am today with Aaron at Spatial, and I've got a big smile on my face because we're going to conduct today's interview in the Spatial virtual reality environment. So welcome, Aaron. How's things?
Things are great. Great to be here, Rob. Excited to talk about Spatial with you today.
Yeah, thanks so much for meeting me. And this is amazing already. It looks amazing. I've got this Quest 2 headset on, and it really looks fantastic. So, Aaron, first of all, could you tell me a little bit about Spatial, where you came from, and really what is your mission?
Sure. So Spatial started about 4 years ago, and the founders long believed that the future of computing is going to be in 3D. And so we basically, we're a virtual and augmented reality tool that turns any room into a 3D workspace. And our mission from the start has really been to empower people to be more connected, creative, and productive. And so basically we set out to create a solution that not only matches in-person collaboration, but uses AR and VR and web to basically improve it.
And I'm right in thinking that you don't have to use a VR headset. You can actually use other devices, right?
Yeah, I mean, the great thing about Spatial is that we are cross-platform. So while we're both on an Oculus 2, which I think is one of the best experiences where you're fully immersed in Spatial, you can also join from the web. So you can join from your PC browser or your mobile browser. But we also have a native app. So we're on Android and iOS. And so we really make it easy for people to connect. And teams that are very distributed some people can join via headset, and while other team members can just join in on other devices.
Great. Well, how about we have a bit of a tour around? Show me what it can do. I'm really excited to be here. Please, I'll follow your lead.
Great. Happy to show you around and what is possible in Spatial. So one of the first things you'll notice is a menu. So if you look down, there's like a little blue button. And this is where all kind of the content and features and tools exist. And the biggest feature is this content button. And once you press this button, it kind of unlocks all the different ways that you can bring in information into Spatial. And really what we want to do is make it easy for people to upload information and share their ideas. So we have integrations with Microsoft 365, Google Drive, and Slack. But what I'd love to show you first is an entire room just highlighting all the different types of ways that you can use Spatial. So I have a preset room that I'm going to load now. It's going to come up into the space. And you can look around, and what I'm going to do is just kind of walk you through the different types of features and talk about them and the various use cases that we're kind of seeing, not only on the enterprise and business side, but also just general consumers. In May, we opened up Spatial to the public, and previous to that, we saw 1,000% uptick in interest. And once we launched, we saw 1,000% uptick in usage. And this is really due to the fact that people, are working from home. They want to feel more connected at a time when they're feeling very disconnected. And one of the things that Spatial, and it's so true, and one of the things that Spatial does and allows us to be in a 3D space and feel more present and connected. And in a 2D video chat session, it's really, really easy to be disconnected and not present. And so in Spatial, you're an active participant. You're paying attention and you're looking around. And due to the unlimited space here, you can be efficient and more effective while you're working because you can view a lot of content all at once. So let's head over to the main wall. This is kind of one of the highlights of Spatial. So what you can do is use your thumbstick and push it forward, and you'll see a little blue circle, and just angle that over near the wall and then release the thumbstick and you'll teleport over. Great. What we're looking at here is a shared wall. So we're in two different locations in the world. I'm in the United States, you're in the UK, and this is kind of our shared space. So this dotted wall that kind of has a stickiness to it. So you can grab the notes from the wall and pull them toward you. And the wall has this magnetic kind of force that'll bring it to it and position it on the wall. And so you can arrange your thoughts and ideas and brainstorm very, very easily. So we take all the great things about Post-it notes and Sharpie pens, and we bring it into Spatial. And so let's give it a try. So if you press down into your menu, there is a note button, and you can pull up a note. And the note has a variety of different colors, so you can pick a different color for your note. There's different colored pens, different colored thicknesses of pens, and you can draw and write on them. And these are collaborative notes, so anything that I draw, you could also contribute to it. So I'm just going to write, "Hello, Rob," and then press done. And on the top right of the note, there's a little scribble button. So you can contribute to my note and I can contribute to yours. And what becomes really interesting is that you can make the note white, turn it into a whiteboard, and in a matter of seconds, you have a big collaborative board that you're able to work with people on your team. So here you go. So this is a big whiteboard. And what's exciting about this, that people can share their ideas and go back and forth and bring all of those thoughts and ideas into the space. And then the room automatically saves. So just like a Google Doc, this room will hold all the information, no longer in a 2D space, but in a 3D setting. And you can come back and pick up where you left off. So a team could collaborate, come up with some ideas, another team could come in, add to those ideas, and then they can all come together and keep working, which is a really exciting thing that Spatial allows people to do, to work together. That's about brainstorming, and you can see how effective this can be working together. But let's move over to the next section.
It's really impressive. It's very immersive as well.
Yeah, it is, and it feels really nice, and it's intuitive. Our design team, are some of the top leaders in the world working on Samsung interfaces. So we make it Spatial. Even your grandmother could use Spatial. It's very easy. You just press a few buttons, and instantly you're contributing ideas and thoughts into the space.
Yeah, I was going to say it's very intuitive. It's just like the first time you pick up an iPhone, it's just works, doesn't it? Just happens. And it's got a really nice feel to it.
Yeah. And that's really intended. We want to make it easy for people to use and natural. And so you can come in here and immediately start working. Over here in this section, I talked a little bit earlier about integration. So this is just highlighting some of those integrations that we have. So over on the left, what you see is an integration with Slack. So you go down into your menu, press the Slack integration, and immediately you can bring up one of your Slack channels. So I've already paired Slack with my device. And so you see that it's loading here. And let's see. Okay, so
oh wow, that's very cool.
Yeah, so this is great. So this is a dailies channel where we share a bunch of information about things that we're working on. And this is one of our future products that we will be releasing that Roman shared. So I can share with you, press on this video. And what you'll see is real-time working in Spatial, watching videos. And this is Roman's computer streaming live with a little to low latency. So this is just an example of how easy we make it to bring in content into Spatial. And you can do that with Google Drive, Microsoft 365, which includes OneDrive and SharePoint. And we also have an integration with Figma. So people who are doing a lot of design work and product planning, Figma is a really great tool, and we have an integration with that. So we anticipate continuing development with additional integrations because people find it incredibly valuable.
I was going to say, is it the integrations really the secret sauce to making all this work? Because you need that data, that context, don't you? You need something to do ultimately.
Yes, definitely. What we found is that users are telling us, and people who use Spatial want to come into a room and quickly start doing things and start working. So the only way to do that is to be able to bring in content easily. While from our web interface, from your PC and the browser, you can join a Spatial room, you can drag and drop files, and we support 2D images, 3D images, your kind of traditional Microsoft suite of PowerPoint, Google Doc files, and XLS files. But it takes a little extra work to do that. And so that what the integrations does, it allows people to upload those documents without having to do anything. They just already exist through the integration, which is really nice.
Yeah, so effectively I could have a team meeting with multiple people in a spatial space or spatial, experience, and we could fully collaborate on, video, files, and anything like that. So really kind of bring in this is a virtual meeting space, isn't it? But it's a virtual collaborative meeting space.
Correct. That's exactly what it is. It's basically just imagine Zoom and Slack had a baby, and not spatial, but in 3D. So where you can have all this content and be together. It's really kind of very powerful to be able to do that. And so here you and I are in this room, and what if we wanted to look at a 3D model and talk about it, if we were a product development, we could bring it in front of us, make notes on it, and it really becomes something that allows people, no matter where they are in the world, to feel like they're working together to work on projects, no matter what they are.
Great, Aaron, and thank you for the tour, the demonstration today. I mean, in terms of going forward into 2021 as the new year, and there seems to be a lot more appetite for video and making video experiences even more immersive like this. So what's the year ahead look like for Spatial?
Well, the year ahead is really exciting for us. We have seen so much interest and usage in ways that we kind of never imagined. I spoke with a company recently who bought 30 Oculus 2s so that their team could be and meet together in Spatial. So we're seeing people doing happy hours, having fun ways to stay connected while working kind of during a very challenging time. But beyond that, we anticipate that will grow and grow as more devices become cheaper and better in the future. But what we're focusing on, which I showed an example of, the Holo Office. So you'll be able to bring up your computer and work in real time in Spatial. So that's one of the things that we have coming ahead. We also have a big release of our mobile app. It's been in beta, but we've been working hard, and that will be coming. So The mobile app allows people that don't have headsets to participate in a meeting, move objects, and be present as an avatar. And this really opens up the possibilities of more people utilizing Spatial, especially where teams only have a few devices. This allows them to kind of all work together. Additionally, our web app will include full interactivity, so you can join from our web browser and move around the room, and that's also coming. And lastly, down the road, we are looking at ways to bring facial expressions to our avatars, and so we've been working on some things that are coming, and we're really excited about those things.
Yeah, it's really exciting. I can see where it's going. It's fantastic. Thank you so much for spending some time with me today, Aaron. Very much appreciated. How about a quick high five?
Definitely. It was great chatting with you, Rob. Always a pleasure. Thanks for having us and letting us share a little bit about Spatial.
Great. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
And that's it from me. If you're interested in experiencing Spatial for yourself, visit spatial.io and sign up for a free account. I'm Rob Scott from UC Today. Thanks for watching.